Gold return is finally here, so let's spend some gold. Greetings, Commanders. My name is Eagle, and we're finally back with another Kiss of War video. In this video, we're gonna give you guys a guide on how to spend gold or where to spend your gold as a newer account and as an older, more advanced account when gold return event comes in, which you can also use for your general gold spending in the game. Now, as you know, this event, before we start talking about the spending guide, we want to talk about this event first. So as this event is very simple. You spend gold, you get extra rewards in return. Now, the cool thing about this event is that it does have some really nice rewards if you are willing to spend some gold in it. That means that if you look at the 7,000 gold spent here, you will be able to get 5 legendary officer badges, which are a huge amount of value. If you haven't known, each legendary officer badge is valued to be around 2,000 gold. So basically, once you spend 7,000, you're getting about 10,000 minimum gold in return for your spending. You're also going to get some cool other rewards that are also pretty good. Now, the other tier that I do really think that gives a lot of value as well is the 25k gold tier. Now, this is a 2 days event that restarts at the end of the first day, meaning that if you haven't redeemed your gifts or your gold to get the rewards back at the first day, you will lose them when the second day starts. So this is very important. And you can spend a total of 50,000 gold in this event. Therefore, you have to choose wisely depending on your gold reserves on where you should go in each day of this event. By that, I mean, for example, if you have a 14,000 gold, instead of going for the 12,000 gold in the first one, spend 7k in the first day, getting the 5 legendary badges, and spend another 7k in the second day, and this way you will get 10 legendary badges instead of basically nothing. But because we have 25k, we wanted to show you guys where to exactly spend your gold on your account as an older account and as a newer account. So for starters, let's look at an older account perspective, which is basically my account right now over here. I have almost maxed out all the structures. Same goes to the research as well. I've almost unlocked tier 5s. I still need a couple more researches to unlock it. Probably would require like 5 more million points to unlock it. So yeah, I'm basically at, we say, at the late game at this point. So where do I usually spend my gold? If you go first things first to the railway station, this is your one-stop shop to your gold spending. This should be your primary gold spending for both an old account and a new account, because over here you can get the most amount of value for your gold for the cheapest price as well. If you look over here, you have 2 types of discounts. You have the 70% discount and the 50% discount. My recommendation, if you are if you aren't a whale tier, then only go for the 70% discount, which I usually do as well, because the 70% gives you huge amounts of value, and I think it is amazing too. Sometimes, or from time to time, you will get gold stars spawning here for 500 gold. These are actually the best value for gold stars you're gonna get in the game. So if you get those popping up over here, you should get those as well, especially when like gold returns is on too. Now, I wouldn't recommend going for another refresh unless you really want to spend like a little bit amount of gold in order to get to the 25 mark. I wouldn't really recommend going for it, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna go for it and see if we can actually get value out of this. So we spent 100 gold, and what we got, we didn't get any 70%, we didn't get any gold, so really the value out of this was kind of the like production boosts, so it wasn't really that successful. And then it's 200 and then it's 300 afterwards, so not really recommended refreshing the railway station more than the free one that is already there. Now for the second way, or the second way that you should spend your gold as an old account, is basically the VIP store. Now, the VIP store has a lot of cool things. Right now, I've reached VIP 15, which is basically a very high tier of VIP. And if you are a big spender, or if you are maybe a medium spender with a very old account, you should probably be around that realm as well. What I like to get when I get the VIP over here are speed ups. I do really focus on speed ups, so I always grab the 24-hour speed ups, which will give me 9,000 gold in return. I also like to grab the 8-hour speed ups, which would be 4,800 gold, and also the 1-hour speed up and the 5-minute speed up. Now, the 5-minute and the 1-hour speed ups are not that huge of value, even though they are at 57%, and those are 58%, which is kind of cool. But they are not as big of a value compared to the 8-hour and the 24-hour speed up, which has the highest value for gold. I also like to grab from time to time the officer experience. Being a lazy ass, don't really farm officer experience on the map, so I like to grab some free experience, or not free, I would say, like some experience compared to gold, like per gold, with a really good offer from this one over here for 50%. I grabbed those 10Ks as well. So right now, I do believe we have spent about 20 to, okay, so we still need like 700 more. So if you were like an older account and you also wanted to, like, you wanted that teensy bit more in order to spend, you could also go to the VIP store and you could get a legendary officer badge for 2,000. Those are pretty good and you won't find them anywhere else. Those are a very rare item, and getting it from here is not that bad, to be honest. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend anything in the VIP store. I would go for the VIP levels. Now, for example, if you are like talking about the VIP level generally, depending on how close you are to the next level, you could spend some gold on getting also like these, like a bit closer to the next level. If you are that far, like I'm 500,000 to the next level, so I won't be really spending any gold on this anytime soon, because it's just too much. Like, it requires a lot of gold or a lot of experience in order to reach the next level, so I wouldn't highly recommend it. However, for someone that is actually close to the next level, you could spend some extra gold over here to get to that as well. Now we're going to go to the VIP store and we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves a targeted teleport, and that should make sure to put us like at 25k in the event. You're going to go ahead and claim those rewards and get those sweet legendary officer badges. Now, if you are a new account, then your spending priorities differ a lot. And I say this because there are a lot of things that you should be focusing on that are kind of different, or you need those things in order to progress more in the game. Speaking of, you do need this item over here to level any structure that you have in your base to level 25. So if you want to level anything from level 24 to 25, you would need a Master's Blueprint. Now, the way you can get a Master's Blueprint is if you go to the store, which is basically over here, you go to this tab and then to the other tab, and you would see this item over here. Now, you would need basically this item for every single structure that you have. So if you haven't got any structure yet to level 25, you would need a hell lot of this item. And for example, if we were to count them on a roughly, I would say that would be like around 20, probably to 25, maybe 25 of those items. So that's a lot of gold to spend, and you must spend those in order to get your structures to 25. So this should be your spending priority rather than anything else in the game, because simply you would get, like, you have to get the value in return after a few months once you spend them. So for example, if you're spending them on a production building, you'll get the value, the 2,000 gold value in terms of resources after a couple of months, and then afterwards you will get positive value, so on. So it is very important to get that item. Now, if you were like a bit closer, or you wanted to spend on other stuff, let's say if you have like an HQ of 20 and you don't have like these items yet, or you aren't there at that level yet, what I would recommend highly is the VIP levels. Now, how does the VIP level works? And where should you actually, like, to what extent should you go? Now, if you are a free-to-play player or a very low spender and you are at the start of the game, you should be aiming for VIP level 6. And why I say so is because of this, the permanent second building queue. This is a must-have in every single account that wants to develop in the game much faster, because this way you will be able to queue 2 buildings at the same time, which will progress your development much faster. Now, the second VIP level that I do recommend highly is the VIP level 10. And why so? It's basically where you start obtaining legendary officer badges and elite recruitment tickets on a daily basis. So every single day when you reach VIP 10, you'll be able to get 1 legendary officer badge and 1 elite recruitment ticket. Those together value around 2,300 gold on a daily basis. So you're getting a value or an equivalent of 2,300 gold every single day you log into the game, which also gives you, like, VIP 10 also gives you a lot of boosts over here: the total attack, the unit production speed, the construction speed, which will help you develop even further. Now, the second one, or the third level that I actually recommend, is VIP 12, where you will be able to get 2 legendary officer badges daily. And then the last one for bigger spenders or whales is VIP 14, which will give you 3 legendary officer badges on a daily basis. Afterwards, you will not be getting actually that much of a value unless you hit like VIP level 16, which is like a huge milestone. And you will be able to get level 3 resource selection, which I think is pretty solid too. Otherwise, if you aren't close to any of those VIPs, then you shouldn't be pushing for VIPs unless you believe it will bring you value for the gold or the money you will be spending. And it's like an equation that you have to calculate, make sure that this actually gives you value or not. Otherwise, it will not be valuable and you should not push for it. Now, another way that you can level up or spend gold as a free-to-play account is the railway station. Also, make sure to not spend 100 gold to refresh it so that you can get the maximum value out of this. You can spend some gold on the 70s over here. You can get the star that is for 500 gold as well. All of these are extremely valuable and recommended to get. Now, another way you can spend your gold, which is the last way for like free-to-play accounts. As you can see, I am a sort of a big spender. I would say I'm a medium spender, but as content creation, I do get some rewards from the game itself. Therefore, I was able to get like all my structures to level 25. But as a free-to-play player, you would find that the defense turret and the Hall of War are huge bottlenecks in this game. And that is because the reinforced concrete, in addition to the war warrants, are very hard to get. And it means you have to grind a lot on a daily basis. And if you are a busy person, these can be a huge bottleneck in terms of leveling the archive confidentiality level, which will give you huge combat boosts, especially if you are looking to unlock tier 5s and you want these tier 5s to be like the best tier 5s out there. You would require a lot of gold in order to level these up, or even a hell lot of time to obtain these special items. Now, it is actually worth spending some gold over here and buying those reinforced concretes, or in terms of the Hall of War, buying those war warrants to unlock higher levels of your defense turret and your Hall of War, which will assist you a lot in your defensive and offensive tactics in this game. So, I hope you guys found this video useful and liked the info in this video. If you learned something new, or you would like to share any tips in the comments below, I would love to hear it in the comments below. If you have learned something new, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your friends and ring those bells. You know what to do. Thank you so much, and we'll definitely see you on the next video. Eagle out.